let's talk a little bit about peanut allergies. The probability that someone listening to this doesn't either have a peanut allergy or know somebody with one is probably close to zero. When did this become an epidemic?
In 1999, Mount Sinai did a study and estimated the prevalence to be about 0.5%, and the vast majority were very mild. The American Academy of Pediatrics decided to address this problem by issuing a recommendation. And the recommendation was for all children 0 through 3 to avoid all peanut products, including the little peanut butter moms would put into food in infancy. Pregnant mothers and lactating mothers should also avoid 100% peanut abstinence. And what happened immediately after that recommendation in the year 2000 is peanut allergy rates in the United States began to soar. And we saw a new type of allergy, which is the severe anaphylactic reaction, the ultra allergy, where if someone used the same ice cream scooper as in the pistachio, even though they had rinsed it, that kid could end up in the emergency room. When we saw emergency room visits skyrocket, this doesn't fit with immunology. In immunology, you need to be exposed to things early in life to be immune tolerant, something called oral and immune tolerance. Parents had known it as the dirt theory sometimes. You're around cats and dogs.
Kids that play in dirt, yeah. Develop a robust immune system. They're healthier later in life. Bubble kids end up getting really, really sick later on.
Well, a bunch of pediatricians detested this recommendation, tried to speak up. They were basically silenced or sidelined. And this recommendation took on a life of its own. Parents were told for their kids, remember 1, 2, 3. At age 1, you can introduce milk. At age 2, eggs, and age 3, finally, you can introduce some peanut products. So it became known as the 1, 2, 3. It took on a life of its own. It became dogma. As the peanut allergy rates soared, the medical establishment said, what's going on here? We're telling people what to do. They're not listening. We need to double down. We need to get people to comply. We have non-compliant parents out there. If we can only get everyone to comply with this, we can defeat this epidemic. So this doubling down took place. And the more they doubled down, the worse it got, to the point where now there's an estimate that 1 in 18 kids has a peanut allergy. But the severe peanut allergies is the real issue now, where it's banned in a lot of schools. About 20% of schools in America have banned all peanut products altogether. And the more you ban, the less exposure, the more immune sensitization, because now you have to think about the 1 in 18 kid with an allergy. So it became a self-licking ice cream cone. It was like, more abstinence, what are you doing? And the parents who were like, no, I'm going to introduce peanut butter, as my grandmother did, and for generations when there were no peanut allergies, they were seen as anti-science. They were ridiculed. Schools would address these parents sometimes. But the peanut abstinence just threw lighter fluid into this fire, and it really resulted in where we are today.